Welcome back to some more Create Integrated. Last we left off, I got myself a press set up. We now have ourselves a mixer that is all nice and automated, and we have auto smelting and washing. All you have to do is put the items in, they flow through and end up in here. For example, all of this copper, I just smelted all up, and also all of these ink sheets, I just ended up getting set up as well. But today, I feel like I'm going to need to dabble more into the storage side of things. See, storage is becoming already quite an issue, and if I want to explore any more and do any more in this pack, I'm probably going to need to expand my storage solution very, very soon. And there's a surprisingly large amount of storage options in this pack, but really only early on, we have like one option. Well, I mean, besides going the normal vanilla chest route. And this is modded after all. Why would I do that? And you know what? As far as storages goes, I think the create storage is by far one of the easiest for us to get into, especially in this pack, as we don't have to really worry about cardboard to be able to make this storage setup. Now, setting this bad boy up, we really only need about 6 of the copper sheets that's compressed up, and then 2 lightning rods, because what we're going to need for this is a stock ticker, which is new to Create 6, and also a single stock link. We should end up with 2 transmitters, which is exactly what we're going to need. Now, we also need to put together some item vaults, and we are going to utilize item vaults, I believe, as of right now. But I mean, there's multiple things that we can do in the future. Potentially, we have sophisticated storage and many other things that we could integrate into the Create mod here. But we're not quite there yet, so I still think vaults are probably the best option. Now, something that can help me make a bunch of barrels is the saw here. Let's throw some of this together. Let's see, and we just need some sticks. Okay, that's pretty simple. The saw, the universal saw, is a really powerful item. So we'll just throw this out here, and this allows us to instantly craft most things that utilize wood, which is really, really nice. For example, barrels, we can just convert logs directly into barrels with this saw. It's just a super nice quality of life. I mean, some things are cheaper, some things are not. It just depends on what it is. But I mean, you can't knock it. This thing is beautiful. So for the main 2 we're going to need, we'll go ahead and pull out 2 of these, and then we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because that is the base amount we're going to need to be able to actually make this storage. And there we go, 2 stock links. And I just need a little bit of sand, and that should then make a little bit of glass here. Eventually it'll make it there. Yeah, that perfect. Then with that glass, look at that, a stock ticker. Ah, beautiful. Then I'm also going to need a set of chutes, and just 4 of them that it crafts is going to be more than enough. Then just a quick run over here. Excuse me, just needed a little bit of wool, combine that with a slab, and we get ourselves a white seat. I mean, you can make it any color, but this beautiful seat right here is what's going to allow the stock ticker to work. And then last but not least, we are going to need 4 individual packagers. So now for the fun part, we actually get to build the storage. So I am going to start off by just using a regular vault, and we are going to expand this to its 3x3 size, just like so. Then I need to define my input and output. So this is going to be where I insert items, and this is where I expect to receive items when I request them from outside or inside of the vault. Now that I know this is going to be the input and this is going to be the output, I can kind of start to design this in a very compact way. So packagers essentially can read the contents of the vault or inventory that it is connected to. And what allows it to read that is when a stock link is attached to it. So when a stock link is attached to a packager, let's say I have this here, it is connected and facing the item vault, and there is a link that is actually on this. Well, whatever this link is connected to, the inventory that the packager is linked to, it can read, which is pretty darn cool, and what allows for all of this automation to happen. And so if we have, for example, a stock ticker and we right click it and we bind it to that, then our stock ticker right here essentially can see all of the items that are inside. It's just that we can't access this stock ticker all just yet, but we'll be able to in the future. Now, whenever we request something with the stock ticker, the idea is that it will then pull it out in a package form. When it's in a package form, we then need to send it somewhere. And so we can pull the package itself out through this chute, and we need to send it into another packager to then unpackage the package. I know that sounds really weird. And so I have this one facing the barrel. They also recommend turning this on. That way you can actually see the packages going through the inventories. So now we see how the stock link sort of works, and we have it linked to it and so on and so forth. But how do we actually send items from an input back into the vault? So this is going to be our input back into the system. Well, we basically do the exact same thing. We pull from this inventory right here. So this is going to pull, and then we want to drop the package, but then drop it back through a chute and send it and unpackage it back into here. And this is where another mechanic of the packagers come into play, because if you give this packager that is connected to the inventory a redstone signal, for example, with a lever, anything that is inside of this barrel will be packaged up, and it automatically pulls the items in. For example, you'll see I put that in there, it got sent, and then got sent back in the vault. And now my sticks are inside the vault. At this point, we are almost ready to go. Like, all we got to do is somehow get some sort of merchant or some sort of entity on a seat directly in front of the stock ticker here. And to be able to do this early on, you can actually use a cage, and I do have the config set to where you can pick up just about any mob inside of this cage. And I'm going for the piggo up here. And with the cage, we just right click and it's picked up. And you can also place it down like this if you hold down shift, but just right clicking will allow it to go in and out of the cage. Really handy. Oh, and you can also do this with jars too. Like, you can use them for decoration. Let's see, if I can just drop the mob directly on here, that would be nice. Let's see, right clicking on a barrel is not going to be a good way to do this. I wonder if I just try to right click on the bottom here. Yes, it went right in. And now we have a merchant piggo. Oh man, look at that. The stock keeper. And inside here, we can now actually see those sticks. And we can click this or shift click to send an entire stack. Just hit send. That interacts here like I showed before. And now inside this barrel is our sticks. Very handy. And it also does crafting, believe it or not. Like, for example, if I throw all of my ingredients that I currently have into this system right now, and then I go into the piggo, and I search cage, which is what I just crafted, and then I hit plus, it automatically brings the items for that cage into here, and then I can hit send, and that's just going to send all the items ready to go for that craft into here. Then you can just access your crafting table, and voila, you can craft it. Now, if you don't want the mob to sort of be in the way of your barrel, I mean, you can just bring it up one block. You don't really need to access the stock ticker block itself. So just having this pulled up like so works out really well too, and allows us to also decorate this a little bit more. Now, yes, the current storage is not very large. We only have this, which basically holds 20 item stacks per individual item vault. But this can be extended up to 9 blocks long. So yeah, you take all of those item stacks, and this eventually ends up holding like over 100,000 items. It does hold a lot, and it should be able to easily hold us over until we get better storage options. Oh, and once we get a blaze burner, this thing becomes mobile. We can glue it together and use it in a contraption. Now, if you thought this thing could be slow, you would be absolutely wrong, because it can send 9 stacks of items at a time. This entire row instantly gets picked up, and it will try to send it at most 9 stacks per package. Really wild. Some other cool things that you can do with this setup, by the way, after I got all of my items moved in, is you can categorize. As of right now, it is just sorting by the amount that is in here. But you can sort by just about anything. You can also lock this so that way your friends can't essentially walk up, access your little stock keeper, and then like take items out of your system, which is really good for the shops. But I mean, it's only going to protect so far. You got to keep in mind, all of your items are still back here. Thankfully though, in this pack, we do have FTB chunks, so you are able to claim your area, and that will definitely protect you from your not friends. So anyways, back to the stock ticker and categories. If you want to set a category, all you have to do is take something like a filter, or preferably an advanced filter, and you're able to set the actual list of items, and it will go ahead and break this down into individual sections. Now, you can do this with a list filter. For example, I'm going to put a list filter inside of my list filter, just leave it to allow mode. And then over here, I'll create this, put it in here, and call this list. And this is going to put a category inside of our system that is going to show all of the categories that have lists in them. And it looks like it does like hold on to the actual filter, which is interesting. Now, if I was to make more lists, that is going to show up in here. But interestingly enough, I would usually like to sort by like mod specific, and you can do that with the attribute filter. But that's going to require brass, and we technically do have brass. I just got really lucky with this. Now, attribute filters, these are incredibly powerful. I will say this, they are used for very advanced filtering, but yes, we can take anything from the create mod and we can just say in this group, create. So anything that is labeled as create, we add this to the attributes. And now when we go in here, we can just create this and call the category create. And so anything that is create related will now be in its own separate category defined as create. And there you go. You now know the basics of, well, sorting items and creating a storage network. Now, things do get a little bit more powerful later on, especially if you have a network set up and you have multiple locations that you can send items to. Well, you can actually assign an address. So we can say home, and then whatever items we request will be sent home. And I can actually show you how this works. If I send this out, the package goes in here, then just gets, well, taken back out. But that package did have the address home on it, technically. And so if it wasn't just being sent into an unpackager here, it would have just continued on until it found a filter or something that allowed it to be sent through that tag. Specifically like a frog port, which is another really interesting way of sending items around. Man, I'm getting ahead of myself though, because now that we have this storage, I'm pretty low on resources. We should definitely kind of fix that. Now, before I just jump back into the mines, I should probably start working on making slime. Slime we could potentially find elsewhere. I've not gotten super lucky and found any, but slime is very important in Create. It allows us to make super glue, and once we have super glue, we can make contraptions that make mining much easier. To make this, we are going to need some lime dye, and we're also going to need some dough. To be able to get dough, we need wheat flour, and this all comes down to us simply making a millstone. And a beautiful little millstone here. So with this, to be able to set this up, I'll just do a barrel, and then we'll do a chute, a millstone, another chute, and then a barrel. It is just a millstone tower. Then to configure this up, we can sort of ramp up the speed here, and we can add a starbuncle wheel to the side. We can add it on this side. It really doesn't matter. It's not going to be super fast if we do it this way. So I'm wondering, we could probably speed up this rotation by doing some gear ratioing. And something like this should work, where we go from large cog to small cog, and then place the starbuncle wheel. Look at that. That's actually going, that's a decent speed right there. Now, thankfully, I do have some sea pickles, so that should get us some easy lime, and then also some wheat. Throw that all in here together, and we'll get basically everything that we're going to need. And this looks like it's doing it at a pretty decent pace. There's the wheat flour, and we can also drop this in here. I think actually replacing these andesite funnels with chutes, yeah, that's going to work out even better, because chutes will send 16 items per stack size. And that is going to be way better than one, which the andesite funnel does, which is really good at regulating items. But yeah, we do want to send more in here to process faster. And fantastic. This allows us to make slime pretty easy. There we go. We have all of the stuff required. We combine this with some lime dye, and now we have slime balls. So I'm going to take all of the stuff that is required of me to make that super glue, and also make some components here that is technically going to allow us to move this, because I do want to move it inside of our little house here, at least to keep this guy safe. I have a feeling like one creeper explosion and then bam, our piggo is gone. To be able to move this, a cart assembler is definitely going to be required, some rails, and also a minecart, and we are going to need a lever. And so the main thing that needs to be connected to this system is going to be the cart assembler. So the top is automatically glued. We cannot glue this together, but we can start the glue here on the seat, move it all the way to the back, and then we can select this entire area, and we can also connect these technically to the front. And then, yeah, we'll definitely want to grab the lever, and we also want to grab the stock link. And thankfully, when you move this, everything that's linked, it still stays linked. And with this being our first contraption, I don't think we have to worry about the piggo or anything. I think it will just deattach. So we place in the cart, and then we give it a redstone signal. Is it still on the seat? It is. Whenever we pick this up by shift right clicking though, the piggo will disappear, which is fine. So we're going to take this now, and because I know exactly where this goes, I can just simply place it like right here. So we'll place down the rail, place this down, and then if you wanted to be safe, I do recommend turning this on, giving it a redstone signal whenever you put this in, so you can kind of see where everything is going to be listed. I think that is going to be more than fine. Whenever you're ready, place it down, and now all of your stuff is placed down and ready to go. And we just got to get our cage back out and go pick up our stock keeper. And let's see. Perfect. There you go. Now with all of this in, I am going to remove the glue. You just basically punch to remove the glue, and that makes that pretty straightforward and easy. There we go. Looky there. Things are cleaned up. I think this looks really nice for as early on as I currently am. And I think now would be a good time to go get some more iron, because I am absolutely out of iron at this point, and I can't do anything unless I have more iron, and I can't even make an iron farm unless I have iron. Yeah, I'm definitely getting ahead of myself with the iron farm situation. We got to make a contraption before we can do stuff like that. Man, I tell you what, this is gorgeous down here. I mean, just looking at this area whenever I fell down into here, the rainbow caves, I think that's what this is, right? No, this is the prism chasm. Ah, gorgeous. The crystals hanging and everything. Ah, I kind of want to build something down here. This looks so nice. I mean, but like, what do you build down here? Like, what would I put down in this place? I don't know. But yes, I'm going to keep continuing on. Ooh, I ended up getting a blue bomb. Oh, because I've got a lot, and I mean, oh goodness, I've got a lot of materials to collect. Ooh, this is cool. This is like an andesite vein, but also has smooth basalt in it too. Oh, and I can't miss this up. I think this is our first mined diamond. All of the other diamonds have been simply found. 3 diamonds, not too bad. Ooh, more chests. Oh, come on. Nope, nope, nope. It's a bad guy. These always jump scare me. Even if I know that it's coming. Something about this. I really hope we get a good artifact, though. Ooh, we had some special boots. Aqua walkers, though. Okay, and then these experience points for every 5 units. Okay, I'm getting wet ability and moisture resistance. Okay. Allows walking on surfaces of water without sinking. Oh, that could be useful. Well, that is going to go right into my utility chest. I'll take that. And then we have our wonderful looter. I actually like the ones that rotate like this. Oh, it's so nice. Like, I'm really good at those. Ooh, and we got some rails and more bone. I'll take more bone. Oh my, the diamond hype is real. There is so much diamond down here. There's one right there. Also another chest. Okay, yeah, I'll take these for sure. And voila, all of those are done. Ooh, we got a diamond axe out of that. And inside the other chest, I did a complete perfect run on that. We got feral calls. Awakens bloodthirsty instinct in the relic bearers, making them fight faster. Oh, does this allow us to swing faster? I'm assuming it's something like this, where we have one line on each. Ah, yes. Look at that. It 100% gives us more swing speed. Definitely worth equipping. The other one, we got bunny hoppers. Okay, wait. Bunny hoppers, these go on our feet. And I do know what these do. That is like this. And yes, allows us to jump while holding for a certain amount of seconds. And this is a really high one too. Okay. This is going to go in our feet. So yeah, we just basically hold space and it allows us to jump up to really decent heights. Like we can get all the way up here now. Okay, that's powerful. Oh, wow, interesting. Down here, ash vents. Oh, and there's basalt underground. Oh, this is going to pose an interesting... Does this hurt when you stand on it? Okay. This is going to pose some interesting situations. I can already tell when we're utilizing our cart contraptions. Oh, I'm going to have to pay total attention. Man, I've been doing so well. I can't let this skilled spider... Oh, gosh. Destroy me. It is a level 2. Not quite sure what that means, but I'm going to try my best. It does have a lot of health. Dampening, paralyzing. That sounds scary. But if I can take this out, it could drop something good. I mean, it is right on the verge of... There we go. Champion Hunter. Interesting. Did it drop any... I mean, gold maybe? Is that what it dropped? Something like that. Oh, and this is nice. Down here, amethyst clusters. Ah, okay. I should be able to pop down into here and grab a few if there's enough. And I think just right-clicking on this, yes, should be able to work in here. We don't even have to break them. Ooh, I can also take out some of these guys. Perfect. And right up here, once I get past these guys, yes, another one of these. I tell you, these things are definitely worth going. Oh, there's that new effect. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I'm interested. Oh, okay. So we got some, iron pants, which I do not currently have. I'll take another iron axe and always more diamond. Like, I'm completely fine with this. We do need to swap out our pants. And we're getting kitted just from being down here. Like, all of this noise makes me think that there's probably a zombie spawner somewhere. That's a lot of zombies to be hearing. Oh, or not. Or it's just a bunch of zombies. Like, a lot of them. You know, after that haul, I mean, that's pretty good. If we take a look in our bag, I got a ton of different materials here. Not a whole lot of iron. I think I got to go back down and kind of hunt in the upper layers for more iron, but I did get a bunch more andesite. Oh, and by the way, I am actually speeding this whole thing up. If we take like a gold block now that I have a bit more gold, and I hook something like this up, for example, where I have a large cog going into a small cog, and then I just place a gold block in front of the starbuncle, it makes this just slightly faster, which is something to note. So making more sheets so I can make more vaults, it makes it a little bit faster now. And just like that, I've got 18 more item vaults, which is going to allow me to extend this 2 more times. Ah, that is nice. Just to make sure it looks like it's being supported, might as well throw some shafts back here and have it just float in there. Now, you know, going back down in the mines is something I need to do. I still need significantly more iron. I just got to more mine in the upper layers, but I think a magnet is really going to go a long way. And we do have simple magnets. So this is one of my favorite magnet mods, and it has a toggle, so you can toggle it on and off. I like to set mine to like my plus button on my numpad. Very, very nice. And I do have andesite being what you actually craft it out of. But not too bad. It does cost an ender pearl. Thankfully, we did take out an ender pearl, or an enderman, and we do have this. So another thing that is going to inhabit one of our charm slots. Now, by default, the toggle for that is actually H, but like I said, I like to have it set to my plus key. So now when I mine something like this iron that's in a really odd position, it just gets teleported right up to me, which is perfect. Oh, and it doesn't get better than this. We found an abandoned mine shaft. Okay, so that is beautiful. Is this... Oh my goodness, this literally had a trapped... It had a trapped station underneath here, a trapped campsite. Okay, well, I'm not falling for that, but what do we have in here? Let's see. A bunch of copper. I'll take it. You know, this is stuff that I need. I really want to get into that abandoned mine shaft, but I keep getting prompted with these. Oh, and they're so worth like opening up and looting. I mean, eventually we're going to be able to maximize this where we won't have to complete these mini games, but that's something that we kind of have to work our way to. This is just all great loot. I mean, this one just gave us gold blocks, like out of all things. Ooh, another bunny slipper, which is good. We do have a really good bunny slipper, but the more of these artifacts and relics that we have, the better we can do later on, because we can break them down and re-roll them. No way. I just got running shoes. Oh, running shoes are absolute god tier on the relics. Oh, this is a good one. I mean, I'm assuming that this sort of connects or just makes the complete shoe shape. Maybe, maybe not. I really don't know, actually. Oh, yes. I did miss one down here. Oh, running shoes are so good. Increases our running speed by 75%. And we're on the lowest tier. I mean, I upped it just a little bit. 65% running speed. Oh, man. This is another feat slot. But it also, oh, I thought it used to give a step up. Maybe it's a different, these are different shoes. This is great. I love these. Now, if only I could just find a pair of roller skates, I would be so happy. Now, diving into the abandoned mine shaft. This, yes. Have some good stuff in here. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and pop into here. Get rid of you. So I can get back to the good loots. This. All right, we got our first Rs, a cooking pot, some ropes, and a name tag. I'll take all of it. And definitely Wixie tokens. These are used later on in Ars Nouveau, and they are used for certain things that you may want to craft. For example, this Wixie thread. And the more of them you have, the better, because getting them the normal way is kind of a pain. But thankfully we do have like trades, and we could potentially do that, which is another way you can get them. But still, like going about it is very painful. Like getting a witch down to half health and then hitting it with a dispel spell. It's a lot. Ooh, and there's another one over here. Oh, and we got source gems. Now, the only way we can get source gems early on is, well, prior to making like brass and lumazine, is by looting them. So that's pretty cool. That's one of the things I really wanted in this pack. I wanted to reward those who do explore, and that you can completely progression skip, technically, by progression skipping the nether. If you really wanted to just explore a whole bunch. Oh boy, there's so much going on. Like, I really want to get this guy, but we also have a zombie over here doing things. Oh man, and we have it's a champion zombie. Okay, I should be good. I just want to go after this guy. This is the mimic is the most important. It gets me another chance at another artifact, and it could be from any different mod. I really don't know. We got the jellyfish necklace. Oh, this is an interesting one. It just says the wearer does not sink in water. Like, that's interesting. Do we just like stay still? And then it deals 1.7 damage to targets upon collision with them. What? So yeah, probably good in water, but outside of that, I prefer to not kill my mobs, my animals. Yeah, not a good idea. Ooh, and I found another loot minecart. We have the cloud shaping and then a panic necklace. Okay. This one looks really simple. Increases the player's movement speed by 1.5% for each mob within 69 block radius targeting the player. 6.9. Nice. Ooh, and another one. This one is a Starbuncle Charm and a Codex entry, which is very nice because we unlocked Insert, another spell. We still haven't made a spell book, but we will definitely get there. Now, this is my first time encountering this fella, a Goblin Trader. Okay, what are you offering? Emeralds? Okay, you'll give me 2 andesite alloy for emeralds. Okay, that's not horrible, not the best in the world. But we can double our copper and gold. Triple, almost, well, not triple our gold, but get pretty close. And we could probably do this a couple of times, right? This doesn't even have any cost. Yeah, he just auto smelting for us. I'll take that. I'd keep a lookout on this guy because this guy can also trade several other things. And there's another version of it too, which can trade you even nicer things down the road. I just got really unlucky with its rolls. Right before I was about to head out, I did roll another one of these. So we got a flame pendant, and I still have no idea what this does. I have assumptions. Yes, it ignites the target on fire. And then we got a whoopee cushion. I can only guess. And the whoopee cushion, yeah, flatulence. 33% to knock back entities. Oh man, and applying nausea to them when crouching. That's funny. So that secondary run, oof, that was really good. I got a bunch of iron in there. We got a bunch more iron here, and that is probably going to be enough iron to get us started on a drill. But that is going to have to wait until next episode. So now, if you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and well, give this video, guys, a huge thumbs up. And with that, I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. And of course, without further ado, it's time to thank the amazing supporter of today's episode. And that amazing thanks is going to go out to Mowgli. I think I got that right. Mowgli. Thank you so much for your amazing support and choosing to support me over on the Discord. I'm becoming a Discord premium member and just supporting my content in one of the best ways possible. Thank you so very much. And guys, I'll see you all in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching.